Okay. Today, we are here. 3.4 live stream special program. So, I will never be able to watch this live. It releases like 2 a.m. It's just not. I'm not doing. Actually, it's like 5 a.m. Whatever. I'm not. That's not happening. But we can watch the recording. So that's what we're doing today. I'm very excited. I just finished 3.3. It's within the same day. It was great. 3.3 is great. Is pretty good. Sets up a lot of stuff. There's some things that they kind of just dropped that I wasn't ready for, and very excited to see what will happen in 3.4. Lot of stuff happened. Very curious to see what Ligus's role is in. He's kind of just becoming the main villain, and we got Siren at the very end. So, without further ado, I'm gonna start the stream. Three, two, one. Are you stuck? The world, Wild Web? I think that's what it's called. Wait. It's a... Oh, the quest. Alright, let's watch this trailer. Oh, wait, I guess. Oh, wait, we're actually doing it. Siren! Fight on, let's go! It's his time to shine! Woohoo! I'm so excited. Oh, he's so cool. Excuse me? Before we go to the Panicani thing, which is also crazy, did I just see the Elysium thing? Let him cook here. He's doing his normal attacks. Okay, he's Aura farming. That's sick. But like... Hello? Guys, it's literally Alicia. We're back. We're so back. Kevin has achieved Elysium Everlasting. It's peak. They're playing on my nostalgia. They know what they're doing here. They're like, you let the flame chasers? He has some flame chasers, and I'll take it. Cinema. What is this storyline? Sorry, that was crazy. Ah, Saber! Let's go! All the Fate fans are going crazy. I can't believe this collapse happening. Archer, let's go! They look pretty good in this round. Actually looks so good. Well, she has to do the thing. It'd be so funny she's actually in the story. Huh? What is this event? Robin? She's gonna do the thing. Hello? You can't do that to me. No. We got... Is this a separate event? This is Robin! Also, that outfit looks fire. I hope we get that. So I know they said they're coming back to Panicani. That's something that's happening. Like Saber and Archer fighting. She's doing the Excalibur. I can't believe they're back. I know the Mahoyan people, like they've always wanted to do stuff with Fate. They're huge anime nerds. But it's still crazy to me that this FGO thing like was just like the thing they talked about, and they're just like, why not? I was like, why not? Just do Fate. I keep saying FGO, I just mean Fate. And they're like, why not? And now we have Saber and Archer coming in. The real question is, are they actually going to be part of the story? I assume they're going to have their own event, and that's what's happening here. And it's with Penacony. I can't imagine they're actually part of the real like storyline. Wait, is that someone being stabbed? Who's getting stabbed here? Is this Finon versus... Who's this? This looks like... Dude, tiny Bev is so cute. Anyway. Dude, who is this guy? That's the Emanate. Oh my god. Kinda looks like my name. It's actually my boy Finon. This is his... If this is what he... Dude. If this is his ultimate like form and like he go like Alcaceres and then do it. Or like Sam, like Firefly, I might lose it. I have to go. So my order of priority is Saber, because it's Saber, and she's not gonna come back most likely. Saber Archer, and then Finon. Like obviously, I have to. I want to go for. I've already skipped Iacine and Cypher, mostly because I'm too poor. And I'm not gonna spend more than I need to. But it's kind of nuts that I have to go back for these guys now. It's ridiculous. Thanks for the redemption code. I've already done this. I need these. Okay, let's go to the actual Albert. Yeah, Albert. Oh, they just spawned in.
Mr. Albert?
Hello!
Albert.
Them?
Woo! And whether
That's in
or
Chinese.
not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good
Wait a second.
afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version
Okay.
3.4
My bad.
for The Sun is Set to Die.
I love Albert.
Special program.
I'm always so happy.
I'm your most
Every
beloved
stream I say it. But
Albert.
I love him.
Rebooting really does solve all problems.
It's just a
Now we
amazing
can introduce
VA.
ourselves.
Or he has
Hi,
godly
everyone.
script.
I'm Finon.
Or both.
I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Ah!
an Exaggerous.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Nice
Oh,
to see all
I
of
forgot
you
what the
again.
names are.
Did you miss me?
Of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show.
I want the men plushie.
I have been looking
I know
forward
it
to this
exists
special
now.
program more
want
than
it.
anything else. The way the story in the last version
Actually,
left
I
off,
want the
has
dinosaur.
my heart
I want the
racing.
Doa. They're so cute.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn.
I gotta go.
Akuma was the last place under Kefali's
It's there.
protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosaur companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Finon, so they could return the very last core
This is
flame
just
to the
normal, man.
vortex of Genesis.
We already found out the truth. So what do a few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step
I
toward
wonder
the
why
Aaron
Nax is here,
Nova.
considering he's...
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finon is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The
Oh,
truth
yeah.
of Amphoris is about to
Oh
reveal
my
itself.
god, it's a
As
fire!
everyone can already
Is that not a
tell,
fire
all that's
intro?
happened in Amphoris is not a...
By the way, I actually don't know if someone else is releasing Finon. I don't think they are. This is one of the only times we get like a trailer image where it's just one character. Actually, yeah, it is one of the few times we get only a trailer. That's crazy. That's actually insane to me, huh?
Indeed. For example, when we went to
Crazy.
fight Aquila,
Actually
we
crazy.
noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was
Yeah,
like the
everything's
whole
fading
world was
away.
peeling off.
Mm-hmm. why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris and
we
lay
getting a-
out our suspicions and clues we have.
Okay.
First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the
Yeah.
geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is
Scepter.
an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the
Yes.
sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Aranova.
In addition, that
Whatever he
Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious.
I guess it's evil,
He
bro.
and Finan had a pretty significant conversation in the vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already
I don't think Lycus
suspicious
is
of
doing
him
anything
when he
good.
said he could fix the
been watching
expressions in the
this for
Trailblazers back
6,000
home.
years.
Well, the mask is coming off now.
He's trying to get us
Based
out
on
of
my
here.
interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be
Well, because
that
he's seen it
everything that's
multiple
happened
times.
so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphorius is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're
Follow.
exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate.
There's like 3 paths
Who
here,
knows?
right?
Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The heroes Aranova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Aranova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring.
I love the Dova.
The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphorius. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Aranova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority.
Yes, we have
If
Ornixes.
something were to happen in the Aranova,
Oh, look,
No,
it's
we
them.
can't let them stay.
Like-
They
like-
have to
like
listen
chimeras.
to Finan and go home.
Just
Well
chill.
said. The Trailblazers won't betray the
That's
sincerity
cute.
you've shown
Aw,
them.
that's super cute.
However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphorius. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
Yeah, I
On the
hope
other
they
hand,
express his
I
rise to
suspect
be
many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan. That
Oh, yeah.
Finan we saw in the Vortex
is
of
that?
Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh,
It's probably,
But I'll
the
leave the
Reaver.
specific details for everyone to find out
the Reaver
themselves in the
crashing out.
game in version 3.4.
or just the old version to find on.
I've
Doesn't really matter.
actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress as I've written, we'll
Oh.
receive a big update in this version.
Please.
And these
make it
records are
nice,
being kept.
careful.
You will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoris' true nature.
before, as I've written, was like a storybook,
Yes.
keeping record of our friends' stories. Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about
Whoa.
to happen.
it looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of
That's nice.
Amphoris' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
So much lore.
Aside from the
Boris.
major updates too,
Wait, is it
as
true
I've
Joe
written,
much?
the long-awaited skip
the-
dialogue feature, which was
What the-
previously announced,
I love
is
this
finally
one. I
going
wanna flush
live
it.
in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main
Oh, that's
characters
super
that
nice.
appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences.
That's super nice.
In version 3.6,
So, I know there's a huge debate about people skipping and whatnot, whatever, like how it can spread misinformation or whatnot. But I actually really like that they include a short recap of what you're skipping. Because for me, I like to record myself, so like it's a little different. I try not to skip as much as I can. Sometimes I will, depending on how fed up I am with the dialogue or whatever. But rarely that happens. But in other games, I do skip because I just don't have the time. But I still want to look at the story, so like I'll skip through dialogue really fast. And I think that's still nice. That's a nice mini compromise of normally if you're skipping that hard, you don't care about the story anyways. But if you did want to, now you can still see like a short excerpt of it, and I think that's really nice. Most games don't even have that. Most games just let you skip fully, which is fine. But I think that's just a nice quality, like overall, like that additionally on top of just being able to skip now.
There'll also be a story
Look at 3.4 versions,
recap
though.
function. Stay tuned. But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world.
So excited.
And the myriad celestia that Mr.
Oh,
Charles
Nanu.
hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now.
It was
Meanwhile,
about the stars
we'll be
parsing.
releasing an animated short.
Final
This
gets his
animated short
own.
contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4.
Final gets his
Can't
own
spill
here.
too much here, but I can
That's
give you a little
cool.
teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song.
Ooh, that's
Don't listen.
rare.
Awesome. Nice.
It's been a long
I
time.
can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Oh,
Next,
Impact. Oh, it's been so long. So Impact doesn't do this really anymore. And it's kind of made me sad that like I think only Starro kind of makes like voice songs now, and they don't even do it the same way with animated cutscenes. So you get the mini compromise animated shorts appearing sometimes, which is nice. But oh yes, we're probably getting one of its own theme song. Ooh, yum. Wait, okay. I know other ones do have their own theme song. I'm assuming this one's like an actual vocal theme. That's what I'm going with. If it's not, then no, it's just the same as every other track. Anyways.
why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together?
Oh, fine. I don't know why I didn't recognize how they said his voice. Whoa! Dude, it's literally Deliverance Kevin! It's the same guy! Like, okay, honestly, it's cool. I like this design where Deliverance Kevin. But man, it is Deliverance Kevin. Oh! He's so cool! Dang. What are they? Nah. This guy's hype. He summons me. Dude? He has older powers. Oh, he's still going. Oh, my bad, kid. Excuse me.
What
was
in
that?
the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
Whoa.
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know.
Nah, man, he's a beast.
Now he seems strange and
so cool.
formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first Chrysos heirs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
Nice
But
to know
behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations
Destruction,
of
that
many.
makes sense.
He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer
Well, I
of
guess
Amphorius.
I've seen
Even
this
Cypher,
play
who
out
barely ever
multiple
showed her
times.
face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Finan like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
No.
Before the Flame Chase
Is he a
journey,
troublemaker?
guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was
Oh.
a small,
Oh, you can see
remote
it.
village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
It was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest.
Wow.
That forest was home to all
This
kinds
is
of little
a different
fairies.
game.
When I was little,
Actually,
I'd
this
go
kinda reminds
exploring the
me of
woods and visit those cute fairies.
Shinzo.
When I wasn't
Parts of
exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our Swordsmanship. When
Oh,
we got tired, we
goodbye.
went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what?
Guess we'll
You
get
won't have
see
to
it.
imagine for long.
Yes.
In version 3.4, we
In a
get to
week or so?
explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a
Very
warrior,
exciting.
joined the flame chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
Very sad.
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
These days, Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like
He's
he'd
literally
still
the
press
leader.
on no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphoris needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became.
My goat.
Looking back at
Kevin,
the
my
main
goat.
art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before.
Dude,
Now
he's taking
we're just
charge.
one step away from
Golden.
the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphoris are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy.
Dude, he's eating so
But
much.
if the will in your
of
heart
the
is
rock.
strong enough,
Let him go.
no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4.
Ah,
Now let's take a look
Been
at how
teased.
Finan performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone
right,
knows.
Dolores, yep.
When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets.
Okay,
The
we
use
got
of my
the
skill
deal
also
AoE.
grants me core flames. Once I've collected
Oh.
enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Ooh.
Wait, so core
Whoa, he's
flames
got
only
12?
come from using your skill?
Not at all.
That looks like
Finan can
12.
also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he
Okay.
is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will
Sparkle
deal
time,
even
baby.
more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After
He is
transforming,
caster is.
Finan powers
Gets
up
a
massively.
territory and
Teammates
transforms.
temporarily retreat and can't take action,
Like
so he
Firefly.
faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
Dude,
All alone?
there's so
That
many
sounds
things
way
there.
too risky.
No worries.
Oh, he's just-
all the
this
talents and
Aquaron
buffs from
territory?
Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform,
Can we talk about how these skills look amazing? Can we talk about that? They look amazing. Whatever,
I have
anyway.
access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: creation, calamity, and foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the creation titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the
Wow.
power of the calamity titans, I'll enter a special
He
state
just
called
gets all of
Soul
them.
Scorch.
Woo!
In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all
Dang.
enemies have taken
He
action,
just does
I
all-
retaliate,
everything.
dealing damage to
Got
all enemies and then
counterattacks.
unleashing multiple instances of damage
Crazy.
on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation
Dude,
Titans,
he has
I dispel
3
all
abilities.
debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the
Just his
consumable
account- it's just
Scourge
his
Charge,
ultimate.
I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one
My
final
God.
blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon
Beginning
casting it,
of the
Finan
end.
instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius.
Better
And all
Aquaron?
enemies
Excuse
are
me.
Immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies? That's nuts.
They power cracked
Of course,
Aquaron.
power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finance in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Can that be right? That's 8 technique points. He uses 4 times? Wait, as long as he's in the team, it goes up to 8, by the way. Hello? Nah. That's not fair. This is gonna be so good in Divergent Universe.
When I use my technique to
It's
enter
gonna be
combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition,
What?
at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Can't believe you just power curve Dodger like that.
Alright,
That'd be fair.
now that we've wrapped up Finance combat abilities, it's time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces.
Collabs.
In version 3.4,
Not there yet.
Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka,
Oh, yeah.
and Xing
The
Liu
reworks.
are all getting some serious enhancements.
Silverwolf gets AoE ulti.
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with
Alright, I'll
Silverwolf.
do it.
After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the
cool you can
defense
turn
of
these on.
all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Thank you.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
Hi, Cypher.
she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the
Lightning
first
and
character
Gosh instead
in your
of
life.
Gotcha.
On top of
I can't
that,
believe this was Gotcha.
Silverwolf will regenerate
We were
extra
okay
energy
with it.
at the start of combat
Lot of
and the
fun stuff,
beginning of each turn.
Oh,
Wait.
that
Start of combat and the beginning of Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the
Oh,
start
okay.
of combat and the beginning of
They-
each turn.
They made her.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier
She's-
to apply
she's
the weakness
drowning
we
for
actually
energy.
want.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible for it.
Next up, Kafka.
Okay, I think Kafka has the best
Kafka's
buffs.
skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the
Is it-
enemy.
Is this
And
always?
using her ultimate, follow-up
Go
attack
back.
can also
Well, attack gains 1 tree. Oh, it's always 1.
trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate, recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
Ah,
So
this is just
basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency
This made her
applying debuffs,
better,
and an overall
like,
boost to
Divergent
DOT
Universe.
output.
Yeah,
Divergent
for
Universe
sure.
herself.
And now for
I know.
Blade. After the update,
I don't know
he will
his
deal
changes.
damage to enemies based on his max HP. When
Did he not do
Blade
that already?
enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Ah, okay.
Sounds like Blake can trigger more
They're just
follow-ups.
buffing the energy
He'll use his
counter
ultimate
everyone.
more often,
'Cause
meaning
they
his
don't-
total
they don't
damage
do
output's
damage.
gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP.
Ah,
Each time a teammate loses HP,
Everyone's gonna base the
Jing
max
Liu
HP
stacks
life.
extra crit damage. After she
I think that they've realized that. So I've watched. Pretty cool since watching these characters come out one by one, because you can see the different playstyles they're going for each one. But they didn't really solidify the paths because A, they're not out yet, and then B, I think they're still just thinking about how they want to do it. Like if you look at Remembrance, is the biggest one. Like there's a bunch of like minimal sprite like characters, like Svarog, like Clara slash Svarog, Jingren, Lingsha, but these are all non-Remembrance characters. And so like a lot of the stuff doesn't work the normal way. They you have to use them with like elation and stuff like that based on like their paths. And so Jing Lu when she came out she's a destruction character. She just does more damage like by like taking health from teammates and stuff. But she didn't scale based on HP. Because I don't think that was the thing they were really thinking about until they started designing Castrus. I think Castrus, when they made Castrus, they realized, oh, well, we have Blade. And he runs on max HP, so does Castrus and not Hyacinth, and Shrimpy. And they're like, okay, let's just do the standard now. So I think that's a cool thing, or I should say cool, but like that's the thing I've noticed they did. It was just, they're standardizing the characters to be more based on like the newest ones. So if they do that in the future, I think that'll be really nice for a lot of old characters. Be somewhat viable again, especially with how old Jing Lu, Kafka, Blade are. They're overall they're all from like year 1, like early year 1. Like I think they're all out by like So this game came out like April. They're all out basically by December of 2023. How old they are. Yeah. Max HP, very
She
nice.
enters the
Works well
spectral
with the new
transmigration
relics.
state. She'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage. That means
Oh, she gets
transmigration
3
state.
by default
She'll
now.
also gain a
that's
stack
nice.
of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts
It used to
longer,
only be
and
2.
her overall damage
they used the
output
ulti.
climbs even higher accordingly.
That's a lot nicer.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades.
And they need
But
it.
with all these ability
Desperately.
reworks,
Jing Lu
won't
fans
their
are
Eidolons be affected?
crying.
Oh,
She's
don't worry,
terrible.
Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends Eidolons will be tweaked.
honestly,
to better
all those
match
are
the
terrible.
revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone
To match the revamped Don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends Eidolons will be tweaked to better match
Oh,
the revamped kits, making
even the
sure
Eidolons are
everything
updated?
stays
That's
in
good.
sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
If they're
That won't
psychopath,
be a
essentially.
problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes.
Why
freely.
would you go
so
back?
choose whichever version you like
Whatever.
best. For more details, be sure to keep
I'm
an
glad
eye
it's
out
there,
for
but that's
official
crazy.
announcements.
Sounds
Imagine
good.
going back to that.
Aside from the ability,
Imagine
rework,
nerfing Silver Wolf
one more
for
old
yourself.
friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
What?
Ah,
It's
look
gonna be
at
so
that.
She's the first person
Ooh,
that,
let's take a look
besides
at the
March
video
to get a new
clip first.
outfit. That's crazy. That's not surprising. It's Firefly. The waifu character. The actual waifu. I can't take this seriously. You can hear the instrumental of "I Dream," like the stop 1 hour from breaking, and you go to the set, like you can't do this to me. What? What a show, dude. Okay, so I've already seen this. I love Firefly's normal outfit. It's just the normal school outfit, whatever. It's great. Why is Sam just the normal Sam? They put them next side to side. It's just a small shade difference, and it actually boos me because I can't tell. Like, if you just showed it normally, I would have batted an eye if you told me that's just normal Sam. Because like, yeah, that looks about right. Like, it actually boos me.
With
Why did
her
they do
school
that?
uniform on, Firefly looks
She's
more
adorable.
youthful than ever.
It,
And that
it works
firefly
really
shaped
well with her.
brooch on her chest. You can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
That could probably be
Well,
good
Miss
amazing
Kafka
fashion
does have
advice.
an eye for style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover.
I
You
wish
think she
her mech was
spruces it
better.
up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd
She
also
could live
probably
in it
coordinate
to
it with my
stay
outfit.
alive.
New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character
run back to-
Finite. And
Oh, no,
the
this is
limited
a 4-star.
5-star light cone thus burns the dawn.
Is that a
Have
new?
boosted
Is
drive.
that a new slide
Also,
cone for
a
Cyrene?
brand
It
new
is.
4-star light cone for the Path
Oh,
of
that's
Remembrance.
pretty.
The story's next page is
Uh,
being
Alicia,
added to
welcome
the
back.
First half banner.
That's so
At
pretty.
the same time, we'll also kick off a special warp event
Oh.
for limited 5-star characters. Treebies.
See, this is the only reason why I'm no longer pressed about Star Rail banners. Sunday literally just came out like early. So did Tribby. I just got Tribby. Like, she's so recent. She was literally right before Casters and Anaxa. It's ridiculous. It was literally like only 2 months ago. I think it's fine. It's better than like whatever was happening with Genshin, I think, for a while, where like a lot of characters don't get rerun. So shading is actually shade. Actually, it was pretty bad. That like I think Hu Tao, like not the worst one, but like Hu Tao didn't get like rerun for like a year now, over a year, and I was looking at my mind or something like that. Anyways, yeah, they were doing that. They were doing that for this game with Seal and stuff, but now we're getting, the banners are caught up because they were rerunning it like every other every patch. And so I think it's really nice now that like I can just like be okay with missing Hyacine and stuff. I know they'll come back in the next like 3 months or something. Like, I'll see Hyacine and Cypher again super soon. Like Cassius is probably gonna get rerun like in the next like 4 months. On the random side.
Sunday
I see Sparkle
and
there.
Sparkle are coming back. Plus, 5-star light cones if time were a
Like
flower.
Sparkle's back
Planet
again.
Ascent and Earthly Escapade will return as well. In the
I
second half
will
of version
not get her like
3.4, we've got another round of special
Firefly's
effects,
already back.
limited 5-star
Okay.
characters, Firefly, Jingle.
Like it's bad. I really want to get Firefly E2. I really want E2, but the problem is there's like 6 characters coming out I won't want. And she has to come back in the sideline.
and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star
Versus
light
having
cones.
bad RNG.
Whereabouts your dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
She does not work.
Mm-hmm.
This character
Two
does
of
not
our
work.
newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version.
I see you, Blade.
What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5.
Yeah, that sounds
And
alright.
the limited 5-star light cones, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
I mean,
Nice.
yeah. They're code.
Also,
Code light
8
cones.
new 4-star light cones will be.
Whoa! They said 8? Whoa, these are so pretty! Wait, okay, so you got Tribby and Tribios. Oh, actually, probably Tribios and her mom. Right, good. Baby Cypher. Oh, is this Caster's and Flixia? Oh, that's super cute. Aw. Who is this? Is this young Mighty? Wow, that's crazy. And this is like young teenager.
Added to the nameless honor rewards
Finon.
in version 3.4.
Hyacine.
I
Oh
see
wait,
quite a few familiar faces on the light
that's
cones.
cute. That's a really
There
cute
are a few mini
Hyacine.
versions of Chrysos Heirs.
Looks like
Hyacine.
fun.
Is that Hyacine little Ika? Oh, that's super cute. Oh, I like this one a lot. I like this one.
Really
a lot.
does
This is
enjoy
dope.
spending his days in the wheat fields.
Who is this? Is this a Naxa? Nax is crashing out. Oh, this is when he was trading his eye, see, like his sister or something.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that
I
level
don't
of
know who this
comfort.
For
Who's that?
sure.
Who is this? This is Agalea? That doesn't sound right. Who is this?
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
If I remembers. I don't know who that is.
The good news. Welcome.
These are the
Let's
events.
take a look at the events
Back to Origami
this
Bird.
version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
I remember this.
Oh, is that
I'm waiting
the
for the
cute Map City
fate
game?
stuff they're
That's
talking
right.
about.
The International Peace Corporation
I know,
has
we already saw the
officially
trailers
sponsored
and stuff from the
Origami
actual
Bird
web,
Clash
but, you know.
and hopes to promote this arcade game full of
It's
Penaconian
Excalibur.
flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
Yeah, so it has
There
be very
needs to be
Feldspar.
some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course. This time, the two players will take turns acting
Back
on the
to this
same
again.
field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra
God,
moves.
I love
You can
this.
also get extra moves when you swap 2 super
remember
bombs
this.
to trigger
Yeah.
a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots
Wow.
of new items that
That's-
can help you in battle. For example,
I think I've
Shattering
played this
Hammer can
before.
eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle.
I do like this.
Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you
Mobile
pick
game
the right
within a
item
mobile game
at
is
the right
funny.
time,
That's funny to
You
me.
can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar
Ah,
faces among
I
our
recognize his
opponents
animations
this time.
now.
That's right.
Blue Hill and
Trailblazers
Argenti?
can still battle against
Where did
many
you guys
of
come
their
from?
friends in this event. In addition to participating
Oh,
in
she
story
tried.
challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Class will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new
multiplayer.
long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper
Okay,
birds.
so so they won't have multiplayer
Let
for
us
multiple
continue
game
with
modes.
more
It's just one at a
version
time.
content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey
Okay, 10
returns
rolls.
as usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
The planar fissure and realm of the strange
Double-
events will also return.
Double
Complete
ornaments.
the challenges to get double
Double
rewards.
relics, sure.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant
What
Shadow,
is
Shape of
that?
Cinders will also come online.
Whoa.
And you can obtain the
That
Ascension
looks sick.
material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the challenge.
Saber.
At the same time, the planar ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and
Okay, so this is
Revelry by the Sea
tailor-made.
will also come online.
For him.
Trailblazers can obtain
Wait.
them in the Divergent
Isn't Revelry by the Sea just Stixia?
universe.
Ugh,
It looks like it.
why did my seat collapse?
He finally did it. Wait.
Trailblazers can
You finally
obtain
did
them
it.
in the Divergent universe.
Look at him go.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Seat
Let's go. I love him. It's so cute.
In addition, I'd like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White
What is
exhibition
this?
will begin in
Oh,
July.
that's cute.
This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
I don't
That's
live in those
right.
countries.
We've
It's
also
not fair.
prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about
God,
the
I
events
wish I had
and
more
tickets.
money.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July.
Yes, this is happening.
Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim
I'm
free
not going
limited
this year.
gifts.
A special panel for
This
Honkai
panel's
Star
always
Rail will also be
first.
held at Anime
Oh, Giga. Does
Expo,
Giga even play this game
featuring
still?
several special guests.
Please keep an eye out for
It's
more
always had
info
this.
and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
I didn't even know Trash
Well,
Taste still plays this
Thank
game.
you all for your kind
They always get
introduction.
Trash Taste.
Let me see.
But Hoyo loves Trash Taste, by the way. Giga himself has been on like Honkai's things twice already, in PAX specifically, and they've been on the track. They've been like announced by Star Rail almost now. Like it. This 2018, like 2018, 2019. All Giguk. I think Giguk was there on 2020. In 2021. I think he was there for. He was at least there for 2 of them. And in 22, he was there for the Star Rail one. I think announcing it. And in 2023, 24, I know for sure. Or this
Almost
Trash
out of
Taste.
time. We're moving on to our next show in just a sec.
Can't wait to
You
tell that thing
seem
wrong or
mighty
whatever.
busy, Owlbert.
He's there a lot.
I am a
That's all I was trying to get at.
professional superhost.
What's
Oh,
going
no.
on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no.
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening
One
here?
time yet?
Oh, I need him. He got stolen.
Whether or not your world has the concept of a holy grail.
Back to
Welcome to the
Pentagon.
live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade.
Oh, the
Collab
collab.
special program.
Okay, so it is collab program.
Long time no see, everyone. I'm a venturine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger
Boot Hill.
at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have
Fate's
apparently
Fate
been
collab
summoned
is
by the
not-
Holy Grail.
Oh, it's not on my
to be
Fate
this
collab.
show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Oh, son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me
Is that
presenter
Demon Fate?
instead. That
Whatever.
sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience?
Is Venture's voice
Explain what you
actor
meant by
name's
summoned by
Kid.
the Holy Grail and why
It's,
we've
I
arrived
can't believe
at
it's his first
Penacony.
role, though.
Well,
Which I think
the
pretty
cosmos
good at it.
is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the
lightweight.
Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie.
There's
and
no
the
way
Alfalfa
that Fate needs
family.
canon.
It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Holy Grail War, huh?
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right. But I have no idea where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle.
Yes.
And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power.
Yes.
As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War.
That is
Grail,
a very
fulfill
fast
your
rundown of
wishes.
fate.
That daggum Wubba Boo Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort.
That's true.
How are they gonna attract tourists if they
When
don't
I
have
when I
any
do
events?
fate right after.
Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image.
No.
The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard
Based on
that
fate.
old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the
can't- I
Charmony
hope-
Festival,
I can't believe this is
therefore returning
happening.
Penacony
Is
to
this
the
canon?
cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the
What is
same
that?
thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony.
Okay.
The 7 invited participants
they
will
wanna come
summon
back.
famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants.
Like Archer.
And the final winner will receive the precious
And
opportunity to make their wish come true.
Archer. Okay.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed.
He said the
Bullets don't
thing.
discriminate.
He said
So
the
if
thing.
someone gets caught in the
People
crossfire,
die or
Rest
killed.
assured,
People die or
everyone,
they're
the
killed.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and
You
watch
wanna
in peace.
hear Saber scream Excalibur?
All right,
into
all
me a little
right.
bit.
Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off,
That 12?
owner of the
That's a lot.
Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of
Trailblazer.
Penacony, superstar, the Soul
I
Glass,
believe a
the
shareholder.
Stephanie, our dear
Or rich.
Trailblazer will
Yeah, I
be
forgot how
participating.
good this animation is for them.
so the
Stella
Trailblazer
and
will be
Callus
taking
are
part in another
slaying.
adventure.
That's right.
It's so
In
pretty.
addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
We're good
As
pending on
another
these splash
Penaconian
orders.
shareholder, the
Oh, they're so
Interastral Peace
pretty, man.
Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boodle will also participate
up?
in this Holy Grail War.
Oh, this is actual characters we
Actually,
know.
I was just wondering, why is a
can't
criminal
believe
wanted
Rob
by
is
the
there.
IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boodle really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from
You're
those
right.
we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber,
Yes.
Archer, and
the third one?
Lancer.
That's what I'm talking
Wait, where's
about.
Lancer?
I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the
Yeah,
Trailblazers.
where's Lancer?
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you
just got
pay
paid.
big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams
Oh, that's
and
a
the
cool
Holy
eye-
Grail
that's a cool
War,
image.
and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye out for it.
Ah.
Now let's learn more about
Huh.
Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic
They said Lancer.
spirits from
Am I not
another
crazy?
Oh, yes!
They said Lancer.
Saber's
Am I
dress seems a
invaded?
little different
Lancer
from
in
usual
this?
now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after
It's
all.
actually such
dress-
a good. Okay, it's an actual Saber voice actor, I think. But dude, it's actually so crazy how well they incorporate this Star Rail design. Saber. Like I should look at it like that just makes sense. Like it's so exceedingly Saber, but it's not normal Saber.
Dress up for the
It's a custom
occasion.
outfit.
Exactly right. The King
looks
of
good.
Knights'
She
new
looks
outfit
great.
was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi.
Yeah, the actual
chains
Saber
are iconic
artist.
blue and white colors.
And her
How's that when
iconic
you have him?
ahoge.
That's right.
Looks
It
amazing.
retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she
funny.
looks in the game, well,
Oh, we actually get to see it? Oh, look at her! She's eating. She's a foodie still.
いつでも出陣できます燃え尽き騎士の
Look at that
魂よ
pose. Oh, we don't get to see. Oh, I forgot. Excalibur's hidden. I always forget that. That's funny trait.
フェス開幕
She said the thing! She said the thing!
経験解放
Pretty cool.
Well, butter
forgot,
my
she uses, like,
fudge and
wind.
call me a biscuit.
It makes sense she's a
That Excalibur
wind
truly
character.
shows her strength as a
That's like
king.
her-
Oh,
Uses
talk
wind to,
about
like, conceal
fancy
the
visuals.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in
not?
Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
that's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction.
That's kind of cool.
Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber
with
will obtain
pose.
combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When
Yes.
she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets.
Okay.
If Saber
Saber
has enough
other
core
people.
resonance at that time,
Scary.
she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself
Ooh,
and increase her skill's
That's
damage.
a lot of energy.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
That's so much of
Are
crazy
there any other ways to
simplification.
obtain core resonance?
It's ridiculous.
Yes,
simplification.
there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance
she's gonna have such
and
funny
increases her own
synergy,
damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing
That's
a
cool.
devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies
she
and
does
turn her
the thing.
basic attack into enhanced basic attack.
Nice.
Her enhanced basic
Looks pretty
attack
good.
can damage
think
all
it's super
enemies
flashy.
and provide
That's good.
Saber with a certain amount of core
Okay, that's kinda
resonance.
sick.
Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
Oh, is that how that works?
So if you replenish core resonance in
Whoa!
as many ways as possible,
She
you can
instantly
use
uses it.
Excalibur more frequently.
That's right.
Oh, it's
Not
instant.
only does
That's
the
crazy.
sword bear the King of Knights'
That's
past,
very uncommon.
present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts
The
of the
band
countless
has
soldiers
anyways.
who once followed her in battle. Whew. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly
Archer.
heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, seems like
Tossing
Archer
his
cares about
sword.
this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go.
It's actually
Those
crazy.
decorations he had on his
I
chest
can't
are now
tell
on
the
his
difference because I don't
shoulders.
know.
What sharp
I know
eyes
he's
you got,
different.
dear guest?
That's crazy.
Archer's new outfit
It's just so
was
distinctly
also
Archer.
personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic
so
red
cool
and
that
black
they got
look,
the
the
return
sharp
background.
contrast, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that
Good.
right. Director, show us the game footage already.
Hey, come on, let me see what's going on here. I have no idea what his is. That's a bat. That's Sorrow bat. He stole my bat. That's sick.
I am
Can we?
the bone of my soul.
He said the thing! I am the bone of my soul. He says the thing!
Unlimited blade works.
He said, oh my god, he's still. Oh, wait, okay. Okay, real talk. Real talk. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think his ulti looks better than Saber. I'm pretty sure it just is better. Wait, is he quantum? He's quantum hunt.
I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited blade works.
He said the thing. Okay, honestly, I think his ulti looks better than Saber's. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is a funny thing. I can't believe you stole his bat. Just took the bat. Like he-
悪くない代物だ。覚悟する。体ゴルム。I am
the bone of my soul. Is that not sick?
Blade works.
I'm not gonna lie. I think his
So
ulti looks
that's
better.
unlimited blade works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Well, then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can
He's
deal
so
damage to
cool, man.
one designated enemy.
An
Okay, guys.
archer in close combat.
AoE skill, like
That's
usual.
pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his
Hey, he's the goat.
marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When
Oh,
using
man.
his skill, Archer will consume
Ooh.
2 skill points to enter the circuit connection
Two?
state, dealing
Yeah, I
damage
need
to
Sparkle.
one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end
Pretty ba-
after he
above my
uses his
Sparkle,
skill,
bro.
and he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Oh, okay.
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies.
Oh, he's so
After all,
good for Sil.
Everyone knows that a dual-wielding
I
fighter
can bring
who
back
can't use their noble
Sparkle.
phantasm isn't a good archer. And using his ultimate.
I go
Archer will
on!
recite the
Nah,
classic
I
chant
have
and
a
activate
sentence
unlimited
better.
blade wax, dealing damage to.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this.
He
Dude,
could fix.
getting...
Penacony and
Okay,
Chrysos.
first off, like, hello? Like, like, let's be honest, guys. That beer is so cool. But, like, man, I'm so excited. This is just Flame Reaver 5. We see you. I see you. It's just you. It's fine on again. Oh, that's the fate thing. You see the summon seal. This is different from Sampo. Or as long as you're actually in this game. It's oh, you know what? It might be his skin for Sampo. It looks like Sampo's skin. We'll see. Dude, I'm so excited. We have so much stuff going on for 3.4. We have the new, the basically the finale of the Amphoria story. Then we got the funny new Panaconi Fate collab, and it's just the Fate characters themselves. I'm excited. I'm very, very curious to see how this goes. I can't wait to waste all my rolls on Saber and Archer. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. And I can't wait for 3.4 to waste all my rolls. But we'll be done with Amphorias. And that's very exciting. Oh, man, Final's new form so good. Kevin, Elysium. Elysium. Welcome back. It's been so long. Elysium Everlasting, I think, is technically the reaction name. Whatever. You know what I mean. For sure of and origin. For sure of origin. For sure human. Yeah. The ulti, oh, so good. I guess it's with the. It's the ulti with the new divine key. But anyways, I'm so excited to see the new Kevin and the finale of Informers. It's gonna be so good. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Guys, next time. Take care.